Time to end this. What now, you piece of filth? Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here. Got victuals aplenty around here. Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave. Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
The hand. What?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a sniff.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate. Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess?
I love a challenge. In that case, my ear...
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Got a new life, a new body. That'd give you a new...
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you...
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you...
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities can...
Fair enough. Curiosity, that...
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which...
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn...
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlaff, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got a million...
Very true. One's outlook can
Curious what you did after you were...
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that Detlaff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. What of you? Where have you...
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time...
Seems I certainly missed quite...
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know... All right, give you one question.
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
see, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
Seer determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refused to ask to... I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like...
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure that...
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. I don't recall much in particular.
Come on, search your memory. Text.
Sorry, Geralt, I tried...
A specimen of a species thought long extinct.
Ah, professional curiosity.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in a...
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly...
What exactly did they...
The area around the estate, it's...
Spoons. Let's do this.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some? For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial.
So,
Yes, till later.
tomes? Thought you were gonna make this to...
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus,
All right. Good.
and to you, my friend.
Come on.
Dressings, bandages.
What's that about? Forget it. Bandages won't do him any...
What? Oh, but...
Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that.
gods.
What happened here
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness.
Pretty admirable stopping to help a stranger.
Truthfully, when I saw him, I considered it might be an ambush. The thought entered my mind, I near decided to crack the whip. But to abandon a man in need? It's simply not the decent thing to do.
Decent enough in many other places, believe me. Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. Might also want to rub some thyme on your body to be sure. The smell of blood might attract ghouls otherwise.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. And it's got...
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is...
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate.
Wait, I will come with...
Gotta be kidding. This isn't a garden romp. Whatever...
And it might still prowl the area, so if it's all the same, I prefer...
So be it. Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Gate's locked from the inside. Clearly been jostled though. Something tried to get out.
The very thought sends a cold wind down my back.
Burned alive. Really high-temperatured work here.
Lepiota, thou art my defender and protector. Thou bringest good news.
Damn it.
Good gods!
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Swords ceremonial. And Shay handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Burn marks. Something catch fire? Explode? Strong stench. wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after...
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you got... Who are you?
Durant Faucher Plamonton de Safaran. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin homage. But something like this, why, it's a first.
You mentioned them.
Those, I don't know what they... We were staging a scene, the event of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and it shut and looked. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought...
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have...
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand.
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's...
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help. But I'll... No objections? Let's get to work. Start by clearing... One last thing, though. My pay.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay. I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic, upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher...
Divethef, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow.
Don't interrupt.
Divethef laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seat-yielding lands. Divethef filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elfin wine. Gwinoet, the sweetest blood. At long last, the elfin king grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans. Elven king, erect in his pride, Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Ever fight a witcher? Damn it! Given me no choice. Not good.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet, he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such, columns activated with words said in homage, columns that would have turned the king.
Typical. Treachery embodied.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down every...
You? What does that mean?
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let...
Farewell. Our guests. Never a good omen. Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. A spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years. I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. to see your likeness. Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench. Come on, come closer. Lost your nerve? Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, He swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and
That's it? That's what...
simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now a...
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now.
Greetings.
What do you have on offer? Farewell.
Good luck on...
Any sign of the beast, report it to... God, post haste! You shan't fight. Welcome.
Show me what you got back there. So long.
I stock the larder of the Duchess herself. I'm watching your flitty eye.
Witcher!
You can't.
Eat, drink, Very. Thus spake the prophet Lebioda. Welcome to the pheasant. My, oh my. It seems rather a fanciful bouillon spoon.
Yeah, note led me here.
Never seen it before. But you might search the cellars.
See you later.
Did you guess, our sweet shining sun? Loud. Whoa!
Ah.
Race no fuss!
Oh! This is for Claire.
The guards bring peace to our plains. Brought its victim, brought its...
Oh, here he comes. A hero. I work from dawn to dusk's last light. Then give my...
Go, go. That's a chunk of distance. Let's go! Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the...
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help.
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, to make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be...
True, but I should be highly agitated. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby...
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extend...
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it...
All right.
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood...
Tesha Mudna.
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. This brought trouble on the entire species.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason.
In a moment.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell.
One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesh and Mutna. My head's...
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know.
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer...
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. Beyond.
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of...
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show...
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Cells? Who for?
Disgrace.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
My tribe, and Detlef's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this glyph?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine.
I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted predators.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I saw it stirs the thing.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head has started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
We must forge through this, that is all.
We just smelled the blood. Good, because I can hear more coming. Now, you piece of filth. Hold on, I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that.
We need not discuss it. What would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other...
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires are...
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would.
Resonance.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact. The brewing... This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cause...
Relax. Got some experience brewing.
Very well. In that...
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count, sir.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was
Why the uncertainty?
nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep it killing someone who's grown dear to us. It's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet
That's fair.
Whoa there, Uncle Feely Fingers.
How are you?
Caught you,
What do you
you
want?
little fart!
What?
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you!
A far-fetched conspiracy theorist.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my back.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit...
A witcher, and I'd advise...
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheat.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll...
Not your lucky day.
That's the
We'll
thing who
break
killed
your
four
legs,
fingers!
vagrant!
Teach you to help scofflaws and cheats.
Circle him! Circle him!
All together, on 3!
Scallywag killed 4 fingers, lads!
I'll avenge you, comrade! Crikey, it's that witcher!
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men. What are they?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding.
Uh-huh. I see. As the Dutch... You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare...
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest that, and as you're the...
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want...
I've got to make a living, so... What's...
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain job,
Oh, wait! Before...
but my boots are clean.
So then, who was it?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock.
An arrival. Indeed.
How much?
Let's say...
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And?
Got it all.
I should think so.
All right. Let's see if we...
It's not... It's... Ah, see? I knew...
Fine. Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe no...
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here.
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might... Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And piles more coin. I'm prepared to...
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With a...
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Oh,
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have...
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade...
Possible in theory, but whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole because she accepted him. With her aid...
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any sign?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings...
Dettlaff have trouble letting go?
Is that so hard to believe? Not only was she...
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear. Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who... Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Somebody fixed this recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renawed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Nice little trinket. Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled.
Astute. Now that I think of it...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what... Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazaire ink. And...
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Dettlaff's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him...
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renawed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or tick...
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help.
Think he'll listen? Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better...
Fine. Need to
So be it.
Some free advice, Watchman.